However, they also have some value in Crucible, but not as an entire team.
Greetings, Commanders. No matter your preferred game mode, you're going to walk away excited today. The Hellfire Club is finally coming to Marvel Strike Force, and you're not going to believe what this team does in battle. Byron from the MSF Combat team is stopping by with a full Hellfire rundown, including how you can theorycraft these characters and plug them into other squads. Don't miss the secret details that'll give you a day one advantage. Let's all welcome Byron to Strike Squad. Byron, how you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful, and it's great to be back.
Yeah, it's good to have you. I know that you were on the old Strike Time videos with Cerebro, but it's good to have you on Strike Spot now. So let me ask, for the people that don't know you, how long have you been on Marvel Strike Force, and what's been your favorite team to make up to this point?
Sure. So I've been on MSF almost 5 years now. My time flies. As with my favorite team I've ever worked on, honestly, I think it has to be one of my earlier ones with X Factor. So characters like Shatterstar, Multiple Man, Polaris. Multiple Man's one of my favorites.
I gotta tell you, I didn't know that you made X Factor. X Factor is one of my favorite teams that I've ever played with. And I remember taking them to one of the Dark Dimensions, and I was just having such a blast with their crit mechanics. So you are you're one of my favorites now, I gotta say. So the Hellfire Club is a fan favorite Marvel team, but can you give us a quick Too Long Didn't Read on who they are and what they're going to be doing in Marvel Strike Force?
Sure. So the Hellfire Club are one of the main antagonists to the X-Men, and together they're going to be forming our next mutant raid team.
Okay, so mutant raid team, we're going to learn a lot about this team today. So let's talk a little bit about who the characters are. We already know that the fan voted character was Azazel, so we already know that, but who are the other characters that are going to be coming to this team?
So the first one is going to be Rachel Summers. She's actually a descendant of Cyclops from an alternate Earth, but now she's come to Nexus Earth and she's found herself wrapped up in Hellfire Club shenanigans. The other new character coming to Marvel Strike Force is Sebastian Shaw, the Black King himself, the leader of the Hellfire Club.
Okay, and who are the two reworked characters going to be on this team?
So the first rework is going to be Madeline Pryor, who old veterans of the game will know that she is a character for War Defense for the Marauders. Very powerful character back in the day. So she's going to be our first rework.
And then who's the last one?
Oh, man.
Hey, Emma.
So it's going to be original Emma Frost. She is the fifth member of Hellfire Club, the White Queen.
I'm very excited that Emma Frost is going to be the final reworked character. I know that the community is probably going to be ecstatic that Emma is the final character. So let's start with Emma Frost. So what are we going to be doing with Emma?
So Emma is not going to really be receiving any updates to her abilities. They're very strong as they are. But where she is receiving is the Hellfire Club tag and a modern stats update across all of her stats.
Okay, so we're not changing anything about Emma's kit. She's going to stay the exact same way that she is now, but she's just going to have crazy stats now.
So Emma originally kind of fell out of the meta. I mean, again, she's stuck in there forever. But she fell off because just her stats fell off. But now with this update, and again, not with any changes to her core kit, and her core kit's pretty unlocked everywhere, the menace has returned.
Well, I don't know about you, Commanders, but I'm certainly excited to use Emma Frost. So let's dive into the other reworked character, Madeline Pryor. So what are we going to be doing with Madeline?
So Madeline, she was originally designed as a core War Defense character, and much of her kit was locked to War Defense. What we've done is we've unlocked most of that. So now most of her kit where it said War Defense only, now that's just going to be general. So she'll be able to use that everywhere. And just like our other rework characters, she's gotten a full stat update. The other part of her stat update is we've removed the passive stats that she gives to herself and to Marauder allies, and now those are baked into those characters. But I should note that the old Marauder characters, while they are having those stats baked in, they're not receiving full stat updates.
As much as I would love to see my beloved Mr. Sinister get a stat rework, it's not happening today.
No, not today.
Well, let's dive into Azazel. So can you give us an overview of his kit and what he's going to do?
Sure. So Azazel, he's a teleporter similar to Nightcrawler. So that is the big theme we went for his kit. What you'll notice is that he can hit a lot of targets. His basic, he has a single target attack with a bonus attack, but really where he shines is on his special and his ultimate. Azazel's special attacks all targets, flips defense up if the enemy team has it, and really setting the enemy team up for a punishment by his allies.
Okay.
But the big winner has got to be his ultimate. We haven't really done an ability like this before. Essentially, it's a big rebound chain, but it targets primary and then rebound chains to 8 other targets with unlimited range. So even if there's a random character with stealth, he'll just go right past them and hit another character that he can. And then on top of that, there's an additional bonus attack at the end where he picks somebody out, applies slow to them, and then reduces their speed bar. So the attack can hit 10 characters total.
Wow. So that's like the Nightcrawler special on steroids, basically.
Pretty much.
That is really cool. I'm excited for that. So let's move on then to Rachel Summers. So what is Rachel going to be providing to the Hellfire Club?
So Rachel Summers, she's the blaster of the team. And her big thing is she's able to pinpoint her primary target, flip buffs, and then she attacks secondary targets where whatever debuffs the primary target has, she will spread to her secondary targets. But the thing that really makes Rachel Summers sweet is that she can spread stun, which is not something we do very often.
Yeah, I mean, I can't even think off the top of my head who can spread stun. That's a pretty rare ability. It's
a pretty rare ability, and the fact that she can do it on both her special and her ultimate. Her special is a single target with a single bonus target. So if her primary target has stun, she could spread stun to another single target. However, her ultimate is an AoE. So if the primary target has stun, she will spread stun to all adjacent targets.
Wow. And are these abilities just tied to raid, or is some of those spreading abilities going to be everywhere?
The spreading abilities are going to actually be unlocked.
Okay, wow. So she's going to be really powerful. So Sebastian Shaw is the de facto leader of the Hellfire Club. So how powerful is Sebastian Shaw going to be on this team?
Well, Sebastian Shaw is the team protector, but his pièce de resistance is that he's going to have a charge mechanic. And his charge mechanic turns on when he gets attacked. While he has charge, he gets a bunch of bonus stats. So he'll get a bonus to damage, he'll get a bonus to damage resistance, he'll gain bonus focus. But the big thing that you'll get, and the thing that players will probably interact with most, is the fact that while he is charged, his basic applies stun.
Wow. And is that when you use a basic ability, or will this work on like a counter or an assist, or how will that work?
If Sebastian Shaw is charged, when he attacks, when he isolates attacks, when he assists, when he counterattacks, he is going to apply stun to that target.
Okay. And then how does the charge mechanic work as far as like gaining and losing the charge? Obviously, you gain charge when he gets attacked, but how does he lose the charge?
He loses the charge when he uses his basic. Okay. But again, there's no limits on how many times he can regain charge afterwards.
Okay. So this is going to be a very powerful team, not just in raids, I assume. So that's going to be really interesting to see how they work. But before we go on, don't forget to like this video, hit the bell, and subscribe. Let us know what you think of the Hellfire Club so far, and which updated character are you the most excited about, and why is it Emma Frost? So make sure to leave a comment down below. After hearing these kits, it looks like there's going to be a lot of potential theory crafting that you can do. So what I want to know is, where do you think you'll be able to slot in some of these characters in other game modes?
So like we said before, the entire Hellfire Club is being designed primarily for the next mutant raids. However, you'll also be able to take the whole team into war, where they should be able to defeat all the previous raid teams that also have value in war. So teams like Orcus or Night Stalkers, they should be able to beat them. However, they also have some value in Crucible, but not as an entire team. So two of our new characters are also gaining some additional traits. First, we'll start off with Rachel Summers. Rachel Summers is not just going to be a Hellfire Club character, she is also going to be gaining the Immortal X-Men tag.
What? So Rachel Summers is going to be getting the Immortal X-Men tag. So do all of her abilities also say Immortal X-Men, or is it more like all the Immortal X-Men abilities she will also be able to do?
Yes to both of those. So in her kit, you will see specific callouts to Immortal X-Men, and all Immortal X-Men characters who have callouts to Immortal X-Men will, of course, interact with Rachel Summers. So one thing I do want to note is she's going to have something on her passive where she gains and gives speed bar on spawn. However, it doesn't work if Cable is there. So, so that's where like the interesting theory crafty is going to come in. You can run her alongside with Cable, but you're not going to be able to double dip on that on spawn speed bar.
Only one Summers on the team.
Only one Summers, I'm afraid. But what's really important is because she has the Immortal X-Men tag, looking at Jean Grey's kit, many of her abilities require 4 Immortal X-Men allies. Rachel Summer ticks all those boxes.
That is really cool. Do you think that will elevate the team quite a bit, or do you think it'll kind of just give them a little bit more firepower?
So while I can't give specifics, when you put Rachel Summers on Immortal X-Men, bring them to Crucible, I think players will find that teams that they were struggling with before will suddenly become a bunch of cakewalks.
Okay, very cool. Well, are there any other characters that do anything similar on the Hellfire Club?
Yes, we have one more, and that's actually with Azazel.
Okay.
So this one's a bit special. With Rachel Summers, Immortal X-Men is a team that's been out for a little while. What we're doing with Azazel is a little different. I actually don't think we've done this before on MSF. Azazel is going to be gaining the Accursed tag.
The Accursed tag?
Yes.
Okay, so the brand new team that we just had prior to the Fantastic Four, of course. So what is he going to be providing to the Accursed?
Well, the big thing is, he gains his big multi-hits.
Yep.
So, and with the Accursed tag, so characters like Satana, she has that great health steal and redistribute to only Accursed characters. Well, Azazel gets the benefit from that. So suddenly his sustain will go through the roof on the Accursed team. And he's been designed to be a replacement for Baron Mordo. So he does bring a lot of the similar things as Baron Mordo did. So on Baron Mordo's ultimate, he has it reduces speed bar on all enemies. Well, Azazel's ultimate, the big, 10 target hit combo, also reduces speed bar and every time he hits a target. So you're not going to be losing anything from replacing him, not really. And the other thing he brings is he actually brings a little bit of drain. So he's actually going to be providing drain to himself and the entire Accursed team, as well as the Hellfire team. And Accursed didn't have drain before. They're entirely reliant on Satana for their sustain. So you'll get that benefit as well.
Very cool, very cool. Well, I think that is all the time that we have today. But Byron, I want to thank you for joining us to tell us about the Hellfire Club. It sounds like a very theory crafty patch that we're about to have with the Hellfire Club team. So thank you so much for joining me today.
Yeah, this has been a lot of fun. I'm really excited to see these new characters get into the hands of the players, see what they do with them. I'm really interested to see how these weird substitutions are going to work. Again, we haven't really done something like this, where we have one team and then multiple tags going to different teams in different modes for raids, war, Crucible. So this is a bit of an experiment for an MSF team. So I'm really excited to see where it goes.
Very cool. Well, if you made it this far into the video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and join our Discord in the link below to share what you're most excited for about the Hellfire Club. And we will see you on the next episode of Strike Spot. Our lovely Emma Frost. Listen, I think if we did this the whole time, it would create a trance for the audience.
Hot stuff.
You know?